Good evening, everyone. My name is Richard Dunn, and I'm here for CIT 38005, Group 4. That's Richard Dunn, Ashley Jensen, John Garver, and Mary Adu. And I'm here today to tell you a little bit about our project plan for helping the homeless. Now, over the last 20 years, there's been a steady increase in homelessness in the city of Portland, Oregon, and our team's decided to design a series of fundraisers to increase the awareness regarding the homeless population. We're hoping to raise enough money and supplies to donate to the local food banks and homeless shelters in order to finance their growing needs. The project's going to run throughout the summer. We're planning a series of 3 events through the summer, one in June, one in July, and one in August. Each of these events will include a live band, informational booths, food services, and a drop-off area for food and toiletries and other supplies that the homeless population of Portland might need. We're going to coordinate our plans with the Portland City Council in order to choose the best dates and venues. Our hope is to be allowed access to the waterfront area where the Rose Festival is typically held each year. That's a beautiful area, and that's really what we're hoping to have as our backdrop for this event. And that will also provide the best venue and perhaps allow for tentless day camping for those who want to make a day of the event. Now, as far as risks for the project, we may have scheduling issues and venue issues with the Portland City Council. I'm sure those can be worked out, however. We may have difficulty booking a live band, although it is a charity event, and I think that's going to be very good press for a lot of musical groups. And the real thing that we can't really control is the weather, because it does rain a lot in Portland, and that's something that we're going to have to deal with this being an outdoor event. As far as the time frame of the project, I've got kind of a sample up here for July. We're going to be looking at about 7 days of setup in order to schedule the band and reserve a venue or a park. We're going to need about 1 day to make pamphlets and print pamphlets. And then we're going to need to hire staff for the ticket booth, hire cleanup, and invite food trucks. Now, we're hoping for volunteers as much as possible in order to keep costs down. But, as we need to, we will hire staff, and food trucks I'm sure, will be willing to come to the area anywhere where there's a crowd, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at the cost of the project. We're looking at 3 bands per event with 3 events. So we're looking at a total of 9 bands. We're estimating that to be about $18,765, about $500 each for the park reservation, about $1,000 on pamphlets, and then we're estimating about $11,520 for 3 events with staff, and that's as far as what we have to pay. We are hoping for volunteers, so that could actually be lower. Total in costs, we're looking at about $32,875. Ticket prices are going to be $20, with proceeds going, of course, to charity. Tickets available would be $3,000 per event. And so we're looking at a total of about $60,000 of potential revenue, which when you take our costs into account, we're looking at about $27,215 of potential profit going to the homeless of Portland. And that could buy a lot of hot meals and a lot of warm beds for these people. As far as quality goes, we're going to be looking at word of mouth. Are people talking about the event? Are people excited about the events? The money raised, how much were we able to give? How close to that $20,000 mark were we able to get? And the supplies that were given to the homeless. How many people were we able to help in this time of need? So, in conclusion, our hope is to make a difference in the community. We want to bring awareness to this issue. There are approximately 4,000 homeless individuals living in Portland. Not all these people have made this choice. Some of them have lost their homes. Some of them have lost their jobs, or they couldn't make enough at their jobs to live in Portland. Some of them have fled abusive situations, and there are some with mental disabilities. And these problems aren't going to go away overnight. And some might say, well, then why even try? The thing is, unless an effort is made, the problems will never be resolved. And so we are going to make an effort. We're going to do what we can to help these people. Again, my name is Richard Dunn. Thank you from Group 4, and have a good evening.